Sure, we can grab a vacuum sealer. Kind of a weird thing to find right there. So ends my initial search. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Modern rifleman would be nice. Alright, I can't risk it anymore. There could be openings to the outside, and there could be all sorts of nasties down there, and I've already got one guy behind me I don't want to have to retreat past. Alright, so I could dodge around stuff on the other side just as easily as this side now. Guess we should check this room. Cranberries. I think I'm done picking up boots. Oh, butter. Butter and cheese. Well, there we go. That made it all worthwhile right there. Scored the butter. Yeah, welding goggles are easy when you got a 6th floor lab, though. It's kind of hard to come out of a lab without welding goggles when you got that many floors. Alright, I think that was all of those sections. Now we gotta figure out how we're gonna get everything back again. Do I haul it back? Let's see. Sort by volume? Wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. We're only 13 pounds over. I can drag that without too much difficulty. I would like to get those. So if we pick up everything except where that. No space. 7 leather patches short. Let's leave those here. We'll drag... How much time is this taking? 42, 43, 45, 51, 56. Yeah, it is noticeably longer, so we're going to leave the rest of that leather here. That won't be critical. And let's just follow the same path back out of here. Safe mode on. Wield my gun in case we need it. Wield the gun again. Now how long? I love hauling this stuff down, then having to haul it back up some other time. Where are my earplugs? junk. Alright, we are home. Look at that. That wasn't too bad. Spare parts, chemical stuff, autoclave. Oh, drop those. And all the foods. Alright, that's all the junk. So, analysis kits, centrifuge, and then that's concentration, analysis. Yeah, I think it's just the separation that we need. Or no, the damn it. Yeah, there's the rotary evaporator. Yeah, I think it's the separation funnel. Usually what I end up being short on. Let's see if we go get the rotary evaporator. Alright, but that should have drastically improved our calorie count. Like I said, a lot of it's not too bad actually. 2s and 3s and a lot of the candies. That'll take us through a few days by themselves easily. And then the all-important stick of butter. Look at that, brand new 32 dose. So, that'll get us through some book reading, which we need to do. Yeah, I think that's the next most important thing to do. Just grind through some books. Now that we've got some calories. That'll also let the guys up top sort themselves out a little bit. We might make another foray up top on this side, depending on what we get done reading-wise. If I can put together a good reach weapon, or any kind of quiet kill. We're not going to be very good at throwing because our strength is so low. Yeah, let's do the reading first, then we'll worry about it. So we'll try to power through this as quick as possible. We got infinite light. I don't have anything turned on. Take the mask off. I don't have music. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about any of that anyway. Let's just sit in our chair and read our book for a while. I'll go ahead and throw a makeshift bandage on. And let's start with healthcare. You think putting a blanket on the chair gives a higher comfy bonus? I don't know. I do this mostly just to partially satisfy the purists and to keep the newer players informed that you can do things like this to get a bonus, but I'm not getting a bonus here, and we're getting the nomadic restlessness negative now, so it's pretty much going to offset anything I try to do. That nomad was not a fun one to get right where we got it. But hey, we'll take a blanket and we'll throw it on the chair. So, healthcare to 1's finished. Let's go healthcare to 2. No big book first aid, huh? One done. Negative 14, trending to 86. Not getting any kind of an effect here. Crafting is slow, 47%. Alright, what do we need to eat? My uncooked hot dogs. I guess we could cook up my hot dogs. Hot plate's fine. And hot dogs in my belly. Alright, let's go back to reading some real stuff. What's up next? Rifles. Get a quick, easy level of rifles 1. Thought it'd be quick. Okay. Read our way to fab or craft our way to fab? Butter's the next thing. We'll finish off the one we've already opened. Nah, I need to be drinking soda. Get the calories as well as the hydration. One more reading session, then we'll go to bed. Let's do launchers to 3. Why not eat the yogurt? Because it's sealed and there's no reason to. It's never going to go bad. Just because it's at the top of the list doesn't mean that that's what you should eat first. It's sealed. It's infinitely fresh until you open it. Then it starts the 20-hour countdown. So I'm looking down the list to the first non-sealed item, which is my butter, at 2 weeks. Everything else is either indefinite or whole seasons. Hey, Booze Conjurer, thanks very much for the resub. Yeah, this list is still kind of wonky. We're missing some important certain books. Oh, look at that. Everybody be jelly of my plastic mold recipe. You know you're all jelly. I got the plastic mold recipe book. Plastics and polymers. Mm-hmm. 77. Good. Just do one more. Mm-hmm. All right. So there's Fab 2. Faster than we could read it. Six minutes, 7 minutes. Something a little longer would be nice. It doesn't have a lot of requirements. You know, like a plastic mold. We're going to need that eventually anyway, so... Well, plastic chunks of 15? Sure, go for it. Hot plate's fine. We're going to get the level off of it? Nope, not even close. Might read my way through that one then. Day 72 of summer, no plastic mold. I know, you're all jelly of my plastic mold. You all wish you had a plastic mold like I do. See, look at that beautiful plastic mold. This little mold is mine. I will use it all the time. Oh, let's see. Oops. Did that wrong. I guess we'll just do a distaff and I'll toss. Well, foldable wooden frame. A sail. Plastic gasket. 1 plastic chunk. My mold is a tool, and 5 charges out of a hot plate. Sure, make me one of those. Still didn't come close to it. Huh. Alright. I guess I'm just going to read my way to finish that one. 8:05. That's 1 hour. It's going to be, what, 2 hours? Yeah, hour and a half. That was fine. Hour and a half to finish it. What are we up to? Lots of books done. The list is getting shorter. Now we got Fab to 6 unlocked. Still want at least 2 levels of throwing. Get the Fab finished up. Get mechanics. Unarmed combats. And that's about it. I don't have the early electronics books, which I was kind of hoping for. And we got a whole crapload of applied science. Chemistry, basically. Alright, time to have some more butter. Butter and lemon lime soda. How are we feeling? Still normal weight. Alright, let's go take a nap. Bandage our poor brain case again. Yeah, it does. The lower the temperature, you'll slow down the food degradation with any kind of a temperature drop. Usually anything underground is about the even regulated temperature. The only exception being usually ice labs or freezing labs. But otherwise, underground is underground, and it keeps it... I forget what the temperature is. It's not freezing, but it does help. Watching the Magic Mutant run, extremely long, in comparison to... what? The tutorial series at 177? I forget now. 170 something episodes. Now that was a long series, which I eventually just stopped because I was getting tired of it and I couldn't keep in my brain 3 different series at the same time. I was doing the tutorial series, the prison escape series, and weekly challenge type series all simultaneously, and my brain was starting to explode. The problem with the magic stuff is just that it's so random. So every time I try to do Magicalism and I try to focus on something, nothing really happens, because if I pick a particular character class or magic class, then the game doesn't ever give me books of that type. So I just end up driving and driving and driving and driving and driving, and then doing some more driving, and then the next day I wake up and I drive some more, and then more driving, and it gets really, really boring, and I just get frustrated and stop. So that's my biggest issue with the Magicalism stuff, is just the random nature of how the books are distributed and such. Especially if you play on harder difficulty stuff, or less item drops and things like that. So it just, I can never do what I want to do because I can never get the game to give me the things I need to do what I want to do. That's the only part that I have an issue with, really. I like the rest of the way Magicalism is set up. I just wish the system to provide the spells was under some other thing, like just study for a period of time and you unlock spells within a class, just period. Get to like level 5 and you unlock 2 or 3 spells. Get to level 10, you unlock 2 or 3 spells. Do it that way, instead of random book and random ass location and random ass continent. So that's my only beef really with it. Otherwise I like it. Very hungry, thirsty. Yeah, no surprise there. Yeah, we are going to pile through this food. I mean, like I said, it looks like a lot. It's not. It's going to disappear pretty quick. Especially all these one-dose things I'll be eating. So, back to the butter. We are full. What's next? Let's do... What did we get our tailoring to? Did we actually work on tailoring? Tailoring 1. We didn't really work on it. Alright. Yeah, let's keep pushing Fab in the hopes that we can unlock something we can make that gives me a reach attack option. I might be willing to risk taking out Scientists if I can get a reach attack weapon. So let's just keep grinding Fab. They're okay. Most of the spell stuff is weighted or balanced towards what you could do with guns as an equivalency. So that weighting or balancing kind of got tossed out when ammo became so plentiful that everybody can fire guns basically infinitely. Or 223, 556 anyway. From the turret ammo. But prior to that change, it was all balanced around basically what you could expect to do with a limited amount of ammo for guns. So the damage spells kind of park that way. I'm okay with it. Certain parts of it are more powerful than others. Especially when you ratchet in all of the different speed bonuses you can get. You can just be insanely, insanely fast when you wrap Magicalism onto other classes and mutations and such that have speed bonuses. That's ridiculously powerful. Well, Copper Spear is a maybe. That takes tools and materials I don't have easy access to in the lab here. Grape drink, some herbal tea, and of course, well, let's go off the butter diet. Let's have all the bologna and a pork stick. All right, satisfied, slaked. I'm hoping that negative morale is now topped out. That thing had better stop. Neg 20 is bad enough. That thing had better stop. We've only got piercing 1. I forget which of the spears require what levels of piercing versus fab. I'm hoping with pierce 1 and some fab skill we can unlock something we can make in the lab. The problem is getting the long poles for the any of the reach attack weapons, because we can't just go knock down a young tree to get the whatever the name is, the long pole item. So I don't remember finding any broomsticks or mops. Did we find any on this one so far? I'll have to check. 30 focus, yuck. Nothing. Definitely nothing. Yeah, I don't think we got a hold of any. Doesn't look like it. We've got the stout branches, but those don't make reach weapons usually. Let's see what's on the list. Weapons! We might have to go... Well, no, that peasant flail was not available either, and that required bash. So, yeah. Let's just make a steel spear. We're only missing, like, all the things. A long pole requirement. Bit of a problem. You know, and the copper pike. Or the scraps of copper. No pull queue, no long stout branch. No long stout branch. No long stout branch. No long stout branch. I think we had the previous time we went with the spike on a stick because we found a broom. We were able to use the broom for the spike on the stick. So we're not going to have much luck getting a reach weapon put together. That long pole requirement or long stout branch. No, you can't make either of them. Well, I take it back. You can make a long pole if you have a heavy wooden beam. I don't think I'm going to come across one of those in the lab. Maybe I could come across some lamp oil or some cooking oil, but I would be drinking either of those. So, no. It's just hard to get any kind of a reach weapon in a lab situation. How hard is it to get out of the facility? Not hard at all. I could run out right now if I wanted to. We've got 2 ways out. We have the subway. We could take the subway out, and we don't know exactly where it leads. I think this is likely to be a city over here, but I can't say 100%. And there could be scary stuff in the subway tunnels. Or we can take the research facility route out. The problem just being that, you know, the place is infested with security guards and brutes and interdimensional things that are probably going to be able to see me in the dark that I can't see them. And there's a gate across the entranceway here, so I can't just drive a vehicle out without ramming it and then backing up and ramming it again and hoping I break it properly and then can get out. So, yeah, we could get out technically already. But right now, the safest place for me is right where I'm at. I got no enemies to worry about here in my nice cozy little base. We got a place to sleep and eat and read and level up, so there's no incentive for me to leave currently. Once the calorie count starts to drop again, which is going to happen pretty quick, a couple days, and we'll have most of this gone, then we will have a problem. Oh crap, Attack the Darkness is here. Sorry everybody, we gotta go. Can't be letting Attack the Darkness catch a stream. Yeah, they're security guards and/or Kevlar brutes. So I've got 3 weeks of evolution built into the start of this one, so we could have the upgraded security guards roaming around up top as well, not just the regular ones. We'll have a couple of cookies, a meat jerky, and, you know, some butter. Alright, fine. I think I'm almost through most of the soda. Let's finish off Fab, get Fab to 6, make sure we know all of our options. I'm a bad one to ask, actually, about the details of my previous series. They... when you pass, like, 60 or 70 series, I have no idea how many I have now. I've been doing them so regularly for so long. I can't remember back more than, like, 1 series. If you ask me about anything more than 1 or so back, it's all just a blended mishmash of a million different things I've done. And it's really hard for me to remember what I did in any particular series. Other folks might be able to tell you, but usually I try to have something in the name that kind of identifies or gives some idea of what kind of challenge it might be. Or sometimes it's just a, to me, funny play on words or a not so thinly veiled pointing to a movie or something. But yeah, I honestly don't know. I just have too many of them now. It doesn't say Bionic somewhere in the series name. I don't have easy access to my list either. The problem is also that I don't know if I would recommend you actually put a lot of time and effort into learning the Bionic stuff right now, because the whole Bionic system's undergoing a massive retcon. They're changing everything about Bionics. I think they're largely going to go away in their current form, and the whole process, I think, is going to disappear. Likely shortly after 0.f drops. So I wouldn't spend a whole bunch of time and effort learning it. If you're planning on sticking with the normal releases and experimental and so on. So, but my understanding is it's all going to get retconned out, and it will only be available through another NPC faction, like the Hub. I don't think it'll be the Hub. I think it'll be somebody else that was investigating tech, alien tech or something. I don't know exactly. But I don't follow that kind of stuff heavily. But I know it's going to be retconned, so watching my stuff that is already fairly old, because they made the Bionics a lot tougher to do. Multiple times, multiple ways. They pretty much hit it from every direction. Making them rarer, removing a whole bunch of them, increasing the difficulty of cleaning them, sterilizing them, installing them, and so on. And it's been through a lot of changes, and it's going to continue to have a lot of changes. And there's just nothing really current that I don't think I've done that's going to really highlight it. Probably the closest one would be one where I start... I can't remember. I was thinking one of the Bionic Monster ones where I try to remove all the bad CBMs and then install good ones after that. But I don't remember the last time I did one of those. So I'm not sure. I don't have a good answer for you on that one, unfortunately. I am very thirsty. Okay, so we made it. We made it. Fab 6. Exciting. That's the last one we can do, right? Nope. We can go to 7. Oh, the good old plastics book. Look at that. What a champ. What a champ. This plastics book is awesome. 21 minutes with no fun factor, and our focus sucks, and our morale is holding at neg 20, it looks like. And we're tired again. I'll probably get dead tired if I try to finish this up, but I'm going to try to finish it up. We'll push for it. Can you make heavy wooden beams? I have not the faintest idea. Nothing I've ever tried to make. Never even seen that recipe or that reference. I imagine if you can, it's made out of like a tree trunk or something. So, either way, it's not going to be something I'm going to whittle together with scraps from chairs and tables. Now things are moving slow. Alright, let's go ahead and stop this, and we'll go take another nap. Notice my head health. That head health is just skyrocketing back up to 18. This is the second time I've slept. 2 full days of reading and my second sleep, and we've gone up 2 hit points. That's even with bandaging. Granted, pretty poor bandaging, but it's still bandaging. It does. I've had this conversation a number of times, and I do these kinds of challenges to kind of point out what I consider issues in the game code, and I continue to be ignored about this particular one because the population of players that play these kinds of extreme challenges is fairly small, apparently, and this kind of an edge case situation can't get anybody's attention. But the way the formulas work, when you get super low numbers, you will also end up getting periods of time where you can't get any advancement. You get one per day, period. You could be 15 first aid or health care, whatever skill. You could have super quad strength antiseptic and bandages from heaven, and you're still only going to get 1 hit point for 12 hours of solid sleep, no matter what you do. So just the way the formulas work when you hit certain numbers. So like right there, we got one hit point. Now, granted, we're at low first aid skill, low quality of bandaging and so on. But still, even if this was super mega awesome and super mega awesome antiseptic and 8 health care, we would still only get likely 1 hit point. The body parts also have separate healing modifiers. The head is the lowest of the healing modifiers. So just because of the way the numbers work at low values, you end up with, when it rolls the number, you end up with, I don't remember exactly how it works. It's been a long time since I argued with somebody about this, but it never gets a number that's higher than 1. So it's always lower than 1, and then it drops fractions or portions. If you don't ever get to 1, then it never gets healing or bonus healing added on. So you end up with just the 1 minimum hit point per day that is always guaranteed. So yeah, so it does heal slower. Oh, old apple cider. We better have some of that. Uh-oh, the list is already down to 1 page. That's not good. Why do I have these over where? They're on the same space. Nothing over there. Why are you separating these? Weird. Well, let's eat them now so you stop separating them and making me confused. Okay, we didn't quite finish Fab. Let's get that finished before anything else. We'll do a final check on what we can make. Things are slowing down, it feels like. This is a tougher book, but it feels like the progress is slowing down. I wonder if we're getting a lot of activity up top in the research facility with nether creatures and that multiplicatively expanding. So we might be sitting underneath a vast hive of blobs and stuff by the time we get back up top. 8:30 in the morning, we finished Fab to 7. If nothing else, we've accomplished that. Oh my god, we can go to 9. I forgot we had the firefighting book. It's getting a little outside of my realm of actually being able to take advantage of at this point. A Scourge. Scourge has reach attack! Holy crap, we can make a reach attack weapon with this, with the Scourge. What's it got? 10 cut, plus 2 to hit. Terrible moves per attack. It's a terrible reach weapon. But it has a reach attack. Huh. The Cat of Nine Tails. We might be able to get away with that against scientists. 159 moves per attack, though. They're definitely going to get to probably move and grab me between attacks. Youch. I should have made it last round because just crafting it would have gotten me the level instead of having to read. I should have checked last time. Other than that, it drops all the way down to the cane and the other low-level stuff. Anything fun in here? Crash axe. These are all anvil-related items. The good old bullwhip. There's the long reach attack. Very, very light damage, though. And I don't have the... Well, I can get the ropes, but... There's the long pole. Just needs a heavy wooden beam. Yeah, nothing else has really changed beyond that, I don't think. Nah, there's not going to be anything else. Assuming I could get them a table or something between me and them and could hit and then move, hit and move, I could make use of that possibly. I still might make one just to say I've made one. Plus it'll leather up it'll leather up it'll level up our leatherworking skill, principles of leatherworking. Net backpack? The hell's a net backpack? Lighter than a standard, more awkward to carry when loaded, and unable to hold small or heavy items. Huh. Box backpack? Duct tape wallet? All sorts of weird stuff in here now. I'm not feeling the need for any of that stuff. Doesn't the separation funnel have a craftable version? Am I thinking of a different one? I thought at least one of the tools had a craftable version. I might need to raise my applied sciences skill in order to find out. Alright, let's keep working on other stuff. We're getting to the point where I'm going to have to start making runs up top again, though. But we're going to read at least until dark. We'll go from there. Hey, Birmingham Gaming, thanks very much. Appreciate that. Let's go with... Get that throwing. I want to get a couple levels of throwing in. Applied science next. It only has very, very limited usefulness for me, so I'm loath to level it right now. Howdy, Bubbly Josh. Does anyone know if the overweight stuff actually has in-game effects? I always end up with my characters being obese a few days in. Yes, the overweight statuses have escalating penalties to your hidden health stat. If you are morbidly obese, which is the highest or heaviest weight category, you're capped at minus 200 on your hidden health stat, which is the worst possible. That will severely slow down your healing rate, make you much more susceptible to colds and flus and all that kind of stuff. The other weight categories that are above normal have lesser effects, but it still provides you with negative consequences. So, generally, you want to stay right here. You want it to say overweight, which is where you start, and you want it to stay that way. So if it drops to normal, I eat a bunch until it goes back to overweight. And by doing that, it's a very simple way for me to keep track of my weight without having to get all bent about the food system and so on. I just look at this. If it says normal, I eat a bunch. When it says overweight, I just eat normal, what I consider normal. I just make sure I shove food in my face on occasion. If I glance at it later and it says normal, then I go on another binge. That's it. Just keep this in the overweight category. It's a very, very slight negative effect that you won't even notice, and you'll not have to worry about any of the other secondary consequences of weight, such as your CBMs not working because you don't have enough stored up calories for them to burn in order for them to operate and all that kind of stuff. But above that, any of the categories above that get pretty severe in the negative consequences. You want to avoid those. If you end up severely overweight and you want to lose weight, just do a lot of exercise and don't eat anything. Drink water and eat absolutely nothing until you're down to a normal weight. Where's the best place to go to get the game? It's free, so I usually recommend people use the launcher, but you know, your choice. I have all sorts of guides for the game. That's my thing. I do a lot of new player focused teaching, training, education stuff, and I answer questions while I do my live streams. There is a launcher for the game that makes things a little simpler for new users. If you're comfortable downloading updates and installing them manually, you can do that as well. There's reasons for it both ways, but I've always used the launcher solely. Never had any real problems. Yeah, good Tileset also helps. And sound, and music. Alright, let's have some more butter. Back to a butter diet. And we'll even toss in a yogurt. Look at that. Look at that. We're so special. Still thirsty. Are we done with all of my one crispy cranberry? I think we're done with all of my soda we picked up. Back to drinking water. Okay, so we got throwing to 2. That's all I'm going to worry about it for now. That's usually accurate enough. Next up. What time is it? Still not dark. Don't use shotguns or handguns or submachine guns or launchers very often, so I'm not super interested in those. I think it's going to be either mechanics or the applied science. Or keep bumping up unarmed combat. Let's go with, let's get at least one level of mechanics. Yep, no launcher on Mac. There isn't a problem with the tile sets. There was a brief problem because they made a change to the main game code to make tile set management easier, which broke certain current tile sets, but the tile set authors then immediately fixed it. So just go get your current correct version of the tile set and everything's working fine. People get all upset when things take a day or two to get fixed. So Dead People's working fine. Just got to go get the new version of the tile set, and it then complies with the changes that were made to make tile set management easier for everybody. I think, well, when I last checked, he had the main tile set ready, but he was still working on the mod tile sets. So the mod tile sets, I don't know the status of. I haven't checked in the last few days to see where he's at on those. But yeah, it was a whole, what, 2-day, 3-day thing, I think. And it was talked about all over the place. So if you didn't know about it, you weren't looking hard enough. $18.30. Let's do another level. We'll probably be tired right about the time I want to start running around doing stuff. That's how it usually works. Well, hell, even the stable builds up to, what, bug patch 3? What are we up to, 0.E tac 3 now? And if we're going to be bug fixing the stable releases, why the hell bother playing the stable releases? Just play the experimental releases. Take your broken things and enjoy them like the rest of us. So, we're tired, like I thought I would be. Push on through one more day. Try to flip the day-night cycle again. I want it to be nighttime because I want to go try to get into the warehouse again. I suspect it's going to be even more overrun than it was before with all the time we're passing down here. But I wanted to at least give it one more try. And I need to do it at night. I can't go out there during the daylight. I guess we could do it while tired. It does have effects, but they're not debilitating for what we're planning on doing. So let's go ahead and have some more butter. And a pork stick pretzel. Alright, full and turgid. My preferred state of being. Still overweight, so we're good on calories. We could afford to go a few days now without having to worry about it. I think we're all set. I can just make the run right now. Didn't I replace the smart lamp batteries? I thought I replaced those batteries. So if you're new to the game and you're watching me, though, on these kinds of challenges, understand that I'm playing stupid hard mode challenges. So don't take what you're seeing me do, because I've got many thousands of hours of gameplay. Don't take what you're seeing me do as things you're going to be doing anytime soon. It's an unforgiving game. You will die a lot initially, so feel free to ask questions, or if you're a masochist and you like dying a lot, just go for it and learn on your own. But there's a lot of information resources available. Not just my stuff. There's other people that have done some tutorial stuff as well. So if you find the sound of my voice to be particularly annoying and grating, feel free. Go watch somebody else's videos. But just understand it's a good game. It's a great game, especially when you consider the entertainment value per dollar that you spend to get it. But it does have a pretty high initial learning curve, both from a what-do standpoint. All the keys on the keyboard are used pretty much 2 or 3 times each with all the shifting and controlling, as well as just the sheer depth of the game. So you are going to bang your head against it for a little bit initially until you get some things understood. But very much worth the effort. All right, let's sneak our way back up top. But one of the points is I make things look a lot easier than they're going to be when you're playing, is the thing I'm trying to say. I just know the game so well, so I will die, but I'll make things look a lot easier, and you're going to find it. We'll go back down this way. Okay, hey guys, I better take out my earplugs. I need to be able to hear where the movement is. Alright, I have no light sources on. Let's leave the filter mask off. Up we go. So we left somebody wandering in the halls here. We've got a security guard we locked in the elevator. There's at least one scientist around somewhere. He might have wandered off quite a ways or gotten killed, or who knows. So it's possible I could make a little more progress down the hallway. But I want to first and foremost see if there's any chance we can make progress in the warehouse. Nope. Meep mold waiting for me. Above me? Nope. There's something in there too. Close that door so whatever's in there is locked in. I'm going to try to go around the amoebic mold. They're not terribly dangerous on their own. Something else made some noise there. Wanted to get in here. We didn't manage to get in here earlier. And there were things and stuffs. Sandpaper, some pliers, army helmets. Headlamp. Headlamp's good. We'll grab a headlamp. Something that killed or got rid of a soldier in here. Pipes, plastic. Another headlamp. Whoa, they broke it open to the other side there, huh? Oh crap. Why am I throwing up heavily? Why am I nauseous? Why am I nauseous? Really, why am I nauseous? I don't know why I'm nauseous. I don't remember eating anything that would have made me nauseous. I'm a little concerned about this whole nauseous thing. Miscellaneous repair kit, we'll grab that. Oh, did I get... Oh, M27! No space for it. Where is it? Must be under me. Grab, wield. There we go. We got some more ammo. M27 with 14 rounds of 223. I should just take the clip. I should leave the M27. I don't remember which of these is better. Compare that and that. I don't remember the difference here. M4 is lighter overall. Range damage, one more on the M27. Stats are pretty close to even. Got the strap on the one. Yeah, I don't see a real reason to carry around the M27. I'll just take the M4. So we'll leave the M27 here. So unload. Drop. So, that's the one I really want to get into. But we didn't get the opportunity last time. Yep, I get stuck in that room. Hey, Mr. Blob. He has been killing lots of stuff. No! Hunting horror! Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Give me that. Oh boy. This could be bad. We could be dead or broken limbs before I make it to the stairs. Hunting horror will just rip me to pieces. Alright. That is one of the things I was super worried about. So that was a third of my hit points from one love tap. From a hunting horror. He moves so fast and my vision range is so low I'd never get a real shot off at him. I wouldn't be able to start aiming until he entered my view range, and he'd already be attacking me at that point and then be moving away. So by the time I tried to get a shot off, I'd be getting interrupted. Then on an outbound, I'd only get like 1 or 2 pulses and he'd already be out of my vision range. So he would just dart in and hit me and dart out, and he'd keep doing it. I'd have to turn a light on, and then I'd be spotlighted to everything else down there. So that's a no-go. That's an immediate, we got to get out of here. So that's unfortunate. We got a few things, though. We got 14 more rounds for our rifle. Miscellaneous repair kit, which is only marginally useful. A headlight, which we can put to some use, the headlamp. And the antibiotics, which I didn't really need, but that was it, unfortunately. I was hoping to get some more before we got chased out of there. But that's exactly the thing I was dreading. Take an aspirin? Do I have aspirin? Alright, let's, we'll try to see if we can get any further progress on this hallway right here. After we get some hit points back. We're still vomiting, are we? I'm gonna assume I got gazed at by a flaming eye and didn't notice or something. I can't think of any other reason why I'm throwing up right now. Don't want to go into that side. Don't want to go into that side. Computer Science 301. We're already maxed on Computer Science, so... There's some rebar. So, can I make sharpened rebar? Hey, look at that. Fortunately, it doesn't have reachability. $15 pierce for 87 moves, though. And medium block ability, that's no joke. That's really fast moves per attack for a 15 pierce weapon. That would possibly let me stab security guards, too.